Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Are you working? Are you working? Because I don't want to have to fall out again, okay? I love you, but don't. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far, and I hope you can hear me significantly better than you could yesterday, okay? If you can't hear me, then expect tears because I am fed up. Yesterday was a horrifying day. I actually considered making an entire video using a voiceover recording. So thank you so much for coming back. If that was your first video yesterday, I promise I usually do a much better job than that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. No promises. I'm just doing my best here, okay? But today I have the very exciting Lancome by the Louvre collection by Lisa Eldridge. If Lisa Eldridge puts her name on something, you know I'm going to be picking it up. She always does an exceptional job of everything that she touches. It always turns to gold. So of course I picked up some products and I cannot wait to try these and share all of my initial thoughts with you. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so this rather unusual collection, Lancome and the Louvre, not really a combination I expected to see in 2023, wasn't on my bingo card, but here we are, and what an exciting collaboration. I have been to Paris many times. I got engaged to my amazing husband there, and we actually visited the Louvre, and this whole collection, specifically this palette, the eyeshadow palette, was inspired by the Richelieu Wing, which is like our favorite part of the entire place. I know it is a bit of an underrated part of the museum, but it's so stunning and peaceful. And I think because it's less popular, maybe there are less like famous artworks there, that it just doesn't get the footfall of other areas of the museum, and therefore it just feels like you're on a little private tour. There's nobody else around and it's just stunning. You can just sit for a moment and take it all in, and I absolutely loved that specific area of the Louvre when we visited. I would 100% love to go back there. So the eyeshadow palette was inspired specifically by the light and the beauty of that wing of the Louvre when Lisa had a private tour with the curator of the museum. She says it was a beautiful sunny day, and at times I wandered off and peeked into empty galleries, even taking a quiet moment alone with Mona Lisa, trying to comprehend what I was experiencing. What an incredible experience. She goes on to say, I took my feeling and impressions of everything from the light to the art to the atmosphere and began work on the palette, inspired by the Richelieu Wing on that sunny day. The palette encapsulates the colour, architecture, mood, grandeur, air, light and shadow of that moment in time. Just, does that not make anyone else beside themselves with excitement to put this on their eyes? Or just me? I don't know. Please tell me I'm not alone. So let's have a look at Lisa's masterpiece. The packaging for me is just another level. Wait till you see inside this box. It's just glorious. Look at that. And it feels and looks stunningly luxurious and so beautiful. The detail, oh, I just love it. So when you take the palette out there, you have this leaflet in the bottom, which has this stunning print of Corinne, which is one of the artworks displayed in the Richelieu Wing. This is by Edmé Etienne François, and there's a little note on the back, which I'll read to you. This says, two French houses, Lancome and the Musée du Louvre, invite you to celebrate the representation of women in art to better immerse yourself in the endless story of beauty. In this exclusive curation, we want to highlight the sculpture of Corinne, Greek poetess of the 5th century BC, presented near the Cour Beaujeu Richelieu Wing of the Louvre. The palette created by Lisa Eldridge is inspired by the spectacular light of the place, making every shade shine. We believe that beauty reflects your own light. Make it shine. Everything about this collection, it's just divine. Okay, it's glorious. I'm I'm just relishing it all. I'm loving it. But back to the palette. A moment of silence, if you will. I'm just beside myself, okay? Look at the texture. I have never seen anything so beautiful. The texture of these shadows, they're stunning, absolutely stunning. The palette is made in Italy, has an 18-month shelf life, and it contains 4 shadows and 1 highlight. It also comes with these 2 little mini brushes, which I will never use, so I took those out because they were just going to fall and ruin the aesthetic of this glorious video. So I photographed this palette yesterday for my Instagram stories, and when I was swatching these shades, I haven't used them on the eye yet, but just sort of swirling my finger in there for the swatches, they feel like nothing. I don't even know how to describe it. Like silk, like butter, but so light, so smooth. It made me very excited to put them on my eyes, okay? I'll say that. Okay, so here are those 4 shadows. I messed that swatch up a little bit, but you get the idea. Absolutely stunning, and they swatch so smoothly. Glorious. You may be thinking, I don't know how to make a look out of these shadows, and I feel similarly, but I'm going to trust the process and we're going to work it out together. And then here is the highlighter, which it looks like it's going to be right up my street. It looks so smooth and like sheer, hardly any sort of base colour to it. It looks like it's going to melt into the skin. This is making me hungry for Lisa Eldridge powder highlighters, okay? We need those. Okay, so that is your introduction to the palette. It feels, suits you, sir, and looks incredibly luxurious. Of course, we're going to try it on the eyes in a moment. This will set you back £75 or $89, and I believe this whole collection is limited edition, so keep that in mind. There are also 4 lipsticks in the collection. These are limited edition shades of the Absolute Rouge formula from Lancome. It's the long-wearing matte lipstick formula, and these will set you back £38 or $35. I picked up 2 shades. I was only planning on getting 1, but on the UK Lancome website right now, they were doing like buy 3 items, get 1 free. So I got a free one of these. I paid for the eyeshadow palette and 1 lipstick, and I got the second lipstick for free. So that's amazing. I'm not sure if it did say limited time. I'm not sure if that will still be available, but Lancome's website always has great deals. It looks like the US currently has 25% off everything. So deals are there to be had, okay? So let's take a look at these lipsticks. Again, absolutely stunning packaging. It's gorgeous. And each one of the shades has a slightly different image on it, so they're all slightly different. So beautiful. And they have that push opening, which is very fancy. So this is the shade 200 French Drama. Just look at that embossing on there. Stunning. So beautiful. And then I also picked up the shade 196 French Touch. Again, that's stunning embossing. Absolutely glorious. So we have French Drama and French Touch. Very interesting shades actually. This is like, you know, a sort of richer nude, and then this shade, French Touch, which I expected to be like too red for me, and I just kind of bought it for the review purposes to give you guys another colour to see. And actually this is more of that sort of spicy or like burnt terracotta-y shade that I actually really like, so I'm excited to try these. If you were wondering, these mattes are not similar to Lisa's mattes, her Velvet Matte formula. They're very different. They're not as pigmented, not as like crazy impact as far as the amount of pigmentation opacity, and they feel a little creamier versus Lisa's, which feel that very velvety texture. Okay, so let's get on with actually using this, shall we? I am a little afraid, okay? I'll hold my hands up. I'm scared. I feel unqualified to use this. I feel like not worthy. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know a lot of you feel the same way. You're looking at this and they're like, I don't know, where's the transitional shades? I don't know what to do, but we're going to work it out. I'm using my Rephr 16, and I'm going to, of course, use this bad boy, which let me tell you, I don't know if the swatches really reflect, like, showed this as well as I can see it. There's all kind of reflects going on in that shade. It's got almost got a sort of browner shift. It's got some like purple and blue in there. Okay. I'm not really sure what we're going to get, but we're going to get it. And I'm starting this on my outer third. I'm going to sweep that into the crease. And I think this is the shade that is going to surprise us, and it's going to give us what we thought we were missing. We thought we had like nothing to start with. We had nothing to put here. But we do, because this shade, it has a bit of a more sort of neutral base than maybe it looks. And then you have that stunning shift there. I'm not going to lie to you, it isn't like, you know, a no makeup neutral mattes palette. But I suspect highly it may be easier to find a combo and easier to work with than we are expecting. Oh my gosh, this green. Do you see how it's like transforming into as if I've used 3 shades? Like it's kind of around the edges, it's giving us a bit of shadow and depth, which is really interesting because I was seeing the look that was on, I think it was on Zendaya in like the campaign, and it had this sort of smokier like effect to it, and I was thinking, where's that come from? Like I thought they must have used another palette. She's got something else on her eyes there, because where's this come from? And now I can see it's from the green. What kind of wizardry is this? I'm so hot, I'm gonna have to turn the fan on. I think it's the pressure, and also the fact that I banged my flat piercing the other day that's like still healing, and it's really furious with me and very hot, so I think that's doing it a little bit as well. Okay, well that's immediately demonstrated how we're using this palette. Okay, so next I'm going to take, oh, what am I going to do next? It's so exciting, I don't know what to do. Okay, next I'm going to take this like peachy shade, which by the way, I'm thinking I might try as a blush today. I'm just feeling crazy. Oh, and I'm going to pat that in the center. I think this might be what they did. Obviously, I don't have the same makeup skills as whoever did these promo shots, probably Lisa herself. So yeah, mine isn't going to look as good as theirs, but it's fun. I'm already having fun, okay? I'm having fun, as I knew I would. Lisa is one of these artists and creators of makeup where you've got to trust her. I've learned so many times when purchasing lipstick shades that I thought won't work on me or that I won't like because they're not my preference, and then they end up suiting me so well. She's a genius with colour. Don't doubt her, just go with it. Whatever she says will work, just know that it will work. Now the fan is making me cry. Go further away from me. Not you, the fan. You stay where you are. Okay, this is really coming together. Do you see the vision? Next, the pink. I don't even know where to go. I'm so excited. This pink is going to go here. Yes, pretty. Yep, we're liking that. We're liking that. This is why we do things together, guys, because I don't know what I'm doing any more than you, I promise. Okay, I think that's evidently clear. Well, do you see what's happening here? Magic is happening. Magic is happening right now, guys. Live, breaking news. And now this shade, I have to use her because I can't leave it out. It's the only one left. I'm going to boop the snoot. Not the snoot, my eyebrow arch. I'm going to boop. I've gone too far, too much, but it's going to be fine. We're going to blend it. It's not a problem. Slightly got carried away there, but I think you get the idea of that shade. It's glorious. Let's inner corner it up. Yes, that's stunning in the inner corner, okay? Very pretty. Just don't put so much that as I did up there. It's too much. Don't do that. Use the highlighter for that, okay? Wally. Now, in this promo picture, they have put the green on the inner corner. Should I do that? Or is that too advanced for my level? What do you guys think? I don't know why I think you are going to be able to answer me through the camera, but you aren't. So I'm going to have to decide by myself. You guys are no help. So I'm going to do it, guys. If I end up looking ridiculous, I'm going to blame you and say that you told me to do this. I'm using my Rephr 26 and I'm going to sweep some of this green on the outer part of the lower lash line. The trouble with doing your eyeshadow on camera is that you have to like look up more than you want to, and therefore you always end up with more eyeshadow on your lower lash line than you intended to. So if that's what you're thinking, if that's your feedback, that's why I did that, okay? It's very tricky. I need a small little brush. This one, this is the one. I will say, I used a lot of eyeshadow there, and I'm seeing like one little speck of fallout, so that's fun flippin-tastic. Okay, I'm going back to the green. I'm obsessed with the green. I won't apologise to you. And I'm going to use my Rephr 28 on this inner corner over the top of what we've already done, which is just going to keep it a little lighter. Do you know what? It was this exact moment when I remembered my son has swimming lessons later and I have to also do the school run because my husband's at work, and this is how I'm rocking up to that, so own it. Okay, I'm not being funny with you. This is turning out delightfully. It also looks like there's a little bit of that shade on the lower lash line, so I'm also going to do that, and I'm going to try not to look up so much. I'm going to look down so it doesn't turn out insane. Okay, that's delightful. Lisa Eldridge who? I'm just joking, I'm joking, okay? We all know who she is. She's phenomenal. She's glorious, we love her. I'm going to have to turn that fan off. It's making me cry. I'm about to start doing mascara, which you guys know that would be horrendous. So first up, let's give you a close-up of this masterpiece. If I do say so myself, this... You know how when I reviewed Lisa Eldridge's Sorcery palette, from her own brand, the Sorcery palette, and I was like, you look at that and you think, oh, terrifying, green, what's happening? I don't know how to use this. And then you put it on your eyes and it somehow just all works. And it's like Harry Potter literally came along and like Aloha-mora'd your eyes. And somehow it all just comes together, even though you look at the palette and you think, no, it can't work. And it's somehow beautiful and it turns you into a makeup artist. And I don't know how we got here, but I'm living for it. Let me put some mascara off. Off? No, we put mascara on. What is going on? You see, when I tell you I'm no professional makeup artist, I don't even know whether mascara goes on or off, so I wasn't lying to you. Okay, and this is the look with mascara. I definitely came too far down with the green. I'll hold my hands up. But otherwise, if I had done my eyes first, as per the usual, I could have rectified that and no one would have been any the wiser. I feel like this is so pretty and eye-catching and unique and different and special, and all of the words that I feel also about Lisa Eldridge's Sorcery palette, which you guys has been restocked and we've all lost our marbles. I'm actually thinking of buying another one because I live in fear of it never coming back. It's so special, and this is giving me Sorcery vibes, where I look at this and I think, how is a whole eyeshadow look coming out of that? And then here we are, and it's like the prettiest, most unique, different eyeshadow look, but it's somehow like super wearable, even though I used all of it, including quite a bit of that green. I'm not feeling concerned about the school run. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of compliments is what I'm going to get. Okay, so I'm almost as excited about this bit. In fact, I might be more excited to try this highlighter because it just felt and swatched like the highlighter of dreams. Are you ready? I mean, it's a lot more metallic than I thought it was going to be. I like rubbed, but wait a minute. I rubbed my whole fan brush in there. Oh, it's blending delightfully. I'm going to put less on this side. Better, for me at least. Oh, okay, so you used a bit more lightly. I got carried away because I thought the swatch, it was so subtle. So I literally swirled my fan brush in and picked up a little too much for just what I like when it comes to highlight. That is stunning. Do you see how smooth that is? If you watched yesterday's video, Do you see the difference? This is what I'm talking about. Look how red my ear is. This side, however, where I accidentally like swirled my brush too much and put a lot, has like worked into the skin and is now also looking very glass skinny and delightful and very pretty and melted in. It's not sitting on top of the skin. It's just, oh, it's that Richelieu Wing glow, you know. Okay, here's the moment where it could all go horrifyingly wrong because I'm crazy and I want to try this as blush. I just want to see if it can work. And I feel like it's the only shade in there that could be a blush. Obviously it's shimmery, it's going to be glowy, but we're doing it. It's going on, okay? I mean, it's very subtle. I have like a medium skin tone. It's very subtle on me, but it works, okay? It works. It's very pretty, natural, peachy blush, and it's my whole cheek is sheening with glow and with light. I feel like Lisa would approve, I'm sure of it. Yeah, I think it's working. I think I'm loving that. And given that I just essentially covered my whole cheek in like a shimmery eyeshadow, I'm not seeing texture. It's looking like a shiny dream. I really wish I hadn't done that to my eyebrow arch, but we live and we learn and we all make mistakes, you know. Mostly me, I make a lot of them. Okay, it's lipstick time and we're going to start off with French Touch. Very pretty, very sophisticated. It's that typical like Lisa Eldridge shade where it's sort of brighter and more of a, like, it's not a nude, you know, it's a colourful lipstick, but it's somehow very wearable and muted at the same time. Delightful. And next, French Drama. Such a nice sort of mid nude, very autumnal. In fact, I feel like this whole makeup is quite autumnal. Okay, and here is the finished look. I'm in love with this little palette. I'm in love with it. It's so pretty. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? I did not know how this was going to go today, and I'm dying. I love it. Okay, so my final thoughts. This palette is one of the best makeup products I've tried this year. Okay, I'm just going to throw that out there and you need to catch it because one, the packaging is delightful. Two, it's hard these days to come up with something that we don't have 47,000 of. We've got it all. We've got all of the neutral eyeshadow palettes. We've got all the warm tones we could possibly need. Do you have this? Do you have something that looks like this? I don't think you do. I don't, you know, and I was afraid. I too was scared. I didn't know how this video was going to go. I didn't know where I was going to put these shades that was going to make a look. And yet it's one of the prettiest looks, even though I slightly messed it up with the eyebrow shade, okay? It's one of my favourite looks that I've done all year. I think it's so pretty, so different, yet still wearable and flattering on my eyelids. You know, I'm about to be 40 any moment. I mean, I've got a few months left, okay? But soon, it's coming. My eyelids are not flat and smooth like a baby's. Are babies' eyelids flat and smooth? I don't know, but they're not, okay? I've got lines and wrinkles and crinkles, and eyeshadow is not always perfect on me these days, yet this looks so flattering and pretty, and it was so fun to play with and work out what I'm going to put where. I feel like you've got a lot of one and done shadows in here as well. You could easily use these shadows as a one and done. This one, again, a one and done shadow, a little bit in the center of the lid with bronzer would be glorious. I really like having one and done shadows in palettes as well. You don't always have to do a whole look and use everything. So I love that we've got that as an option, but this look, I feel like it's really special and different, but I'm not gonna feel like I need to wear sunglasses when I take my son swimming later. You know, I feel like I can wear this and it's pretty, and I'm probably going to get compliments, but nobody's going to be like, why does she look like she's going to a disco? They're just going to be like, wow, I love it. It's so pretty. I feel like it's really enhancing my eye color. What's that word? My eye color. And I just feel so beautiful. I feel like it's so pretty and elegant, but a bit fun. And the highlighter is stunning. Very, very smooth, very, very glass skin. Melts into your cheek. There's no sitting on top of your skin tone. It's nice and sheer, not a lot of base color, so we love that. We love how it's just going to melt into the cheek regardless of skin tone. So smooth and flattering, no emphasizing of texture. It's glorious. And remember, I put an entire eyeshadow, a shimmery eyeshadow over my whole cheek, and yet we're really not seeing a huge amount of texture. It's just glowy and glorious, and I'm really pleasantly surprised. I wasn't really sure how I was going to use this, if I was qualified to use it. I still don't think I am qualified to use it, but I managed it. I did it, and I'm loving it. So that was a really, really pleasant surprise. Not that I didn't think the formulas would be good, just that I didn't think I would know what to do with it. The lipsticks have some of the most beautiful packaging I've ever seen. Do you need a new lipstick? Probably not. The formula is an existing formula, so if it's really down to whether you want these specific shades and the additional like packaging and the embossing and things like that. But I think, you know, all four of the shades are probably shades you already own. The standout, of course, of this collection is the palette. I just think it's a special little item, touched by the hands of Lisa Eldridge, and with the extra, I mean, if you are like me and you love Paris and you love the Louvre, then you love art and you love Lisa Eldridge, you aren't going to be disappointed. You might be afraid, you might be petrified, you might be thinking, how will I ever live my life without you by my side? But if you grow strong and find the strength to carry on, I think you'll like it. I'm so sorry. I've got carried away, all right? But there you have it. That is the Lancome by the Louvre by Lisa Eldridge collection. I'm so happy with how this worked out today. Things are going a lot better than they went yesterday, I'll say that. Please let me know if you have picked this collection up, what your thoughts are on the palette, how are you getting along with it, what looks have you tried so far? What do you think? Did this video change your mind? Were you like me, not sure how this was going to work? Please let us know all of your thoughts on this collection in the comment section down below. But I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I would love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.